everyone, welcome back to ZOOZTube Fitness. We are Zoos Fitness here bringing you adaptive routines that can be done anywhere by anyone. Today we have a 20-minute yoga session for you, yoga that focuses on strength, really building some functional movements. I have Coach Jake here. Follow along with Coach Jake for some regressions to make the movements easier, and then I'll be doing the full poses and also giving some tips to get through the movements. So we have 20 minutes. We're going to get going right away. Come on down into a cross-legged position. One foot in front of the other. Have your hands on your knees, and with a nice tall spine, pretend like a rope is pulling your head up from the center. Pull your spine tall. Take a deep breath in, and with your exhale, close your eyes. We're just starting here with 3 deep breaths. Usually we come to yoga when our day has been really hectic, so it's really nice just to center and slow things down. Keep your eyes closed. With your eyes still closed, look up towards the sky and down towards the floor. Look up towards the sky, down towards the floor. One more time, look up towards the sky and down towards the floor. Very good. Bring your head to a neutral position. Roll your shoulders back. Our eyes are still closed. And with an inhale, open up your eyes. Take a deep breath in, a deep breath out, and come on to all fours. We'll start today with some cat-cows. I'll move to the side here so you can see. When we breathe in, we pull our belly down and open up our chest and allow our spine to curve downwards. When we breathe out, push through your hands and curl your back like a cat does. Breathe in, lower your back like a cow. I say our spine should look like a U, and then push through your hands and it should look like a rainbow. Breathe in, make a U. Breathe out, make a rainbow. Good, come to a neutral position. Here, we're doing some arm and leg extensions. I'll be showing the full movement. Bring your right hand up and along your ear. Jake will do the same. I'm going to move forward. I'm bringing my left leg back, and Jake is going to keep his knees on the floor. Bring your hands and or knee back to the floor and switch sides. So this is really working our core, and if just holding your arm out in front of you is easy enough, then take your opposite leg and push it back. Jake is doing a really awesome job here, coming back down to the floor. Holding a tight core, meaning if you were to imagine somebody is going to punch your belly, you brace and you make it strong and hard. Flat spine. One more time. Opposite side. And come down. Good. Right here, you might recognize this position. We're in a modified plank. If you walk your knees back a little bit towards the back of your mat, keep your hands where you are. We're in a modified plank position. I want you to hold it here. A long spine. You're pushing through your wrist. You can see Jake, his shoulders are above his elbows above his wrists. His head, his spine is neutral. Jake's going to stay here, and I'm going to show how we move on. Tuck your toes under and push up into a full plank. We're holding it for 5 breaths. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. 2 more breaths. You can either be, if you start with a full plank actually, and it's too difficult, just come back down to your knees. Just try your best. 1 more breath. Now everyone, push back into the downward dog. Tuck your toes under and bring your booty up to the sky. We look like an upside down V or a mountain. Your heels should be heading towards the floor, and you're pushing through your arms. I'm going to show here on Jake Jake, stay in your downward dog, or if you need to see what it looks like, Jake's spine is long, he's pushing through his hands, he's bringing the back of his spine up to the sky, and you can't quite see from there, but he's pushing his heels to the floor. If your heels don't reach the floor, keep them up, but that's the direction you're going in. With an inhale, roll forward through a plank, and we're going into upward dog. Jake will drop his knees. I will show how you go from a plank to an upward dog. You drop your hips and you bring your chest through your hands. For those of you who can't see Jake from the side, his knees are down, and this is a modified upward dog. Good, tuck your toes under, come back through a plank for a quick second, and back to downward dog. Deep breath in, breathe out, bend your knees, and walk your feet to your hands. From here, just fold forward, hang out, drop your head. You can hold your elbows, which creates a little bit more space in your spine. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Put your hands on your hips, take a deep breath, and stand all the way up. Very good. That was a strength version of a sun salutation. We're going to do that 2 more times, slightly faster. Again, follow me if you're feeling great, if you have these moves down. Follow Jake if you need a little bit of a regression and some changes. So, here we go. Stand at the top of your mat. At the top. Thanks, Coach Jake. Breathe in, hands up overhead. Breathe out, fold forward. Bend your knees, put your hands on the mat. Jake will walk back to a downward dog, otherwise jump back to a downward dog. Booty towards the sky, long straight back. We're going into our upward dog, so either drop to your knees or roll forward through your plank. And upward dog, drop your hips, look up towards the sky. Deep breath, push through your palms. You should be feeling this in your arms, it's not easy. Come back through your plank, whether it's with your knees down or straight, and downward dog. 3 breaths here. How high can your mountain go? 2 and 3, bend your knees. Either walk your feet to your hands or jump. Put your hands on your shin, look forward. Hands on your hips, and stand up. Sun salutation 2, we're going for 3. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, hands down. Bend your knees, hands on the floor. Walk or jump your feet back to a downward dog. Long spine. Come into your upward dog. Your knees can be down, your knees can be straight. Whatever it is, push your hips down, chest through your hands. I want your arms to be burning. This should be really hard work on your shoulders and your triceps. Come back through your plank and back to downward dog. Bend your knees, walk or jump your feet to your hands. Hands on your shins, look forward. Hands on your hips. Breathe in, stand all the way up. Awesome, that was really, really good. Okay, we're moving on. We're doing some tree poses. Tree pose ultimately, actually, I'll break down a little bit further. Bring both feet together, hands on your hips. If you need a wall for balance, please, by all means, find a wall, find something you can just put your hand on. You can do that at any stage that I'm about to show you. Bend down, grab your shin, and you can either have your shin on your calf, or you can bring it up to your inner thigh. You just don't want it on your knee. Also, if balance is too much, if you don't have a wall around, or even that's too much, you can always just put your toes on the floor and your heel on your shin. That's great. So, tree pose. Wherever you are, your foot's on the floor, your foot's on your ankle, or your foot is on your inner thigh. Hands on your hips. push through that standing leg. Really strong. Wherever you are, whew. If you need to make it harder, bring your hands out to the side and up to the ceiling. Trees sway in the wind, don't they? So if you're wobbling, if you're moving, that's great. That's what trees do. So just push yourself, challenge yourself, and if you fall, that means that you're trying. Switch sides. Again, options. You can have your toes on the floor and your heel on your ankle. You can bring it up a little bit higher so that your foot is on your calf, or you can bring your foot all the way. Whoop. See, I'm wobbling like a tree, and a heavy one. You can bring your foot onto your inner thigh. Wow, really, it's a hurricane. Hands to the side, deep breath. Bring your hands up to the sky. If that feels right, a few deep breaths, really tall standing leg. You should be squeezing it. Like if somebody were to come tickle you, you squeeze your leg. Really strong. Okay, come back down to center. One more time. Can you push yourself a little further than you did last time? If you fall, that's what good yogis do. Leg up. Your knee also should be pointing towards the side room. Hands to the side, it'll help with your balance. Don't forget, you can always be standing on a wall. Hands up, legs straight. Let's take 2 deep breaths. 2, and come down. Last side, you have options. Bring your knee as high as it goes. Point your knee to the side wall. And arms up, or to the side, or on a wall. Take 2 deep breaths. 2, and come down. Really good. Grab some water if you need. I'm going to show the most painful pose in yoga. It's the chair pose. Sounds nice and breezy like you're sitting in a chair, but no, there's no chair behind you. So your legs are slightly wider than, well, they're underneath your hips, so they're a hip distance apart. If you need to measure, you can take your 2 fists, bend your knees, and put your fists in between your hands, just to know how wide they should be. Good. Now, bring your hands up above your head, and sit back as if you're going to sit into a chair. I'm going to show from the side. Your spine should be nice and long. Only go so far that your spine is straight. Your knees are above your toes, or maybe even a little bit further back. Your tailbone is being pushed back, and you're not arching and you're not rounding your back. Spine long. Come up, take a break, bring your hands down. We'll show that again. Arms up to the sky. If you need to make this easier, what makes it really tough is your hands up above your head. So you can always bring your hands to your side, like Jake will do, and just bend your knees. And you can use your hands actually to push your hips back. Chest up. Bring your hands above your head if that feels good. And stand up. Take a breath. We'll do it one more time. Arms up to the sky, pour on your hips. Bend your knees, push your hips back. You can see that my toes are in line, or my heels are in line with my toes. Chest is up. If your hands are up, they're near your ears. Can you sit down a little bit lower? And stand all the way up. Very good. All right, we're done with chair pose. Whew. Breathe in, take your hands to the sky. Breathe out, hands all the way down to the floor. Walk or jump your feet back to downward dog. And hold the downward dog for 3 breaths. 2, 3. Breathe in. You have the option to bring your right leg up to the sky or not. Just leave it on the floor. And then hug your knee through your hands and come position. So Jake will show how to just gently come into a lunge position. However you need to, you can always bring your back knee down. And we'll be here. We're coming to the side one more time. Sometimes the front view is great, sometimes the side view is great. Okay, so here we are in a lunge position. Your left leg is down on the floor, your right leg is bent. Both of them look like L's, or upside down L's, right? In some capacity, an L, 7. Your knee is on top of your ankle. You can either leave your hands on your hips, like Jake's doing, or bring your hands up to the sky, and you push your front knee forward and come into an extended lunge. This back leg is stretching. Come back up, lean forward, come back up. We're doing 5. Lean forward, come up, 2 more, and up, and last one, come up. Good. Put your hands on either side of your foot and push back up to a downward dog. We're doing the other side. You can either lift your left leg to the sky and then bend your knee and bring it through your hands to a lunge, or just bring your back knee down as Jake did and gently come into a lunge. Make sure that your knees are in line with your heels. We're at right angles here in every joint. Tall spine, hips are even. Either leave your hands on your hips or bring your hands overhead. Hinge forward and back. What this is doing is it's ensuring that your core is nice and tight. If somebody were to come tickle you or punch you, your core would be tight. It's also big stretch on your back leg, and it's work for your front leg as well. We have 2 more to make it 5. If your hands are up, make sure that your shoulders are shrugged away from your ears or down your spine. That's your last one. Hands on the floor, push back into a downward dog. We're doing a little bit of cardio here in yoga. We only have 3 minutes left. So give it your all. You're either going to walk your feet to your hands and stand up, as Jake will do, and then come back down and walk out. So basically coming in and out of downward dog a few times. Or, as I do, you bend your knees, you jump your feet to your hands, and then jump your feet back. So whichever option you choose, we're doing 5 of them. Bend your knees, jump back, that's 2, or you're just walking your feet to and from your hands. We said you can't get your heart rate up in cardio, in yoga. We have 1 more, whatever you're doing is perfect as long as you're giving it your best. We'll all meet in the downward dog. Coming now into child's pose. Child's pose. Your knees are apart, your feet are together. You can sit back on your heels for a moment here. And walk your hands far in front of you. Your chest should be right in between your legs. And if you can, lower your forehead all the way down to the floor. If not, that's absolutely